I thought it was a little bit of a tough go out there for us at time. I thought, like, we'll be happy that we took the win, but I give credit to Niagara. I thought they gave us everything that we could handle there in the first half. We were just fighting the ball all day. We couldn't take care of the ball. Some of our decision making was off. That's probably some of the worst defense we've played all year at times. Just missing slides. But then in the second half, we elevated our play a little bit. We elevated our play and started playing our systems and really limited our mistakes, and that led to more increased possessions on offense, and then the ball started to fall for us.
And then I'll go left to right here for you three. I'm going to have each of you ask the same question. What kind of emotions did you experience yourself being senior day? Knew that it's not necessarily the last home game that you guys will have, but it's the last regular season home game that you'll play your Fort Beaches. Ashley, we'll start with you.
Definitely had a lot of emotions going on senior day, clearly. But definitely I think the greatest emotion I felt was just grateful that I was able to experience coming out with a win after dealing with a lot of adversity and kind of a lot of mental mistakes in the first half, and then kind of coming together as a team like Canisius lacrosse, women's lacrosse always does.
I think my biggest emotion was nerves, probably. Even before the game started, just going through the whole senior ceremony and everything. And I think throughout the game, also nerves because we started to, we weren't playing our best. But I also think it's more excitement too because, we do enjoy close games, but definitely wasn't, what we expected, but we didn't play to our level in the first half, but in the second half we definitely pulled it back together and tried to fight through it.
For me, as a senior this year, obviously last year my season was a little cut short, but this year is different coming into it. It's different knowing that you're actually this is your last season, and for me, this is my last home game, regular season home game, and my mom was actually able to come in, so there's a lot of excitement for me going in there. I was ecstatic. I was excited to come on the field. Just kind of touching on what they said, I think a big thing was just trying to stay composed. It's a different environment when you come in and you have an A for A game. Those are just external factors. We just have to learn to play through it. And I think Jordan Romer stepped up really big today. Ellen came in with the second half and she really stopped the ball. And then going from there, they were key factors in turning that half around. And then once we started getting that falling, balls, like Teeter said, started going in our favor.
I guess for any of you, again, you guys have all been your 4 years, been through thick and thin, and your last regular season home game, you guys beat Niagara. Just talk about, how big that rivalry's been in the 4 years and how sweet it is, to beat them, regular season, last game on your home turf. Someone want to take it all?
Who wants to take the question?
Will you want it?
Okay. Again, like I said, I've been here 5 years, so I've really been able to see Niagara's program grow, and every year they get better. I give them credit for that team. Coach Teeter, for us, he pushes us every year. It's raising the bar, and nothing. Even though we're happy with where we get to, nothing's good enough yet. Because we can keep raising the bar, and I feel like Niagara, that rivalry, every year it's something we look forward to. It's something that the schools look forward to. It's hyped up. It's a big thing. You get excited to play in these games, and circling back to what I said before, when you enter those games, it's all about composure and who's going to control the ball, who's going to value the ball. And then today, luckily, we came out on top. We had a slow start, but like I said, we had a couple key players that came in and helped us move forward. And when you give credit to their program, they're doing very well. They're making it better and better each year. And I love the rivalry. I'm going to miss the rivalry. It's something I look forward to every year.
Yeah, right. So how important Coach, how important was it when your team went down 6-5 during the middle of the first half? How were you able to pull your team together through 10 outs, and how were you able to help motivate them to be able to keep going and be able to go on the second half run that you did, and you won 18-9 tonight?
Well, I think when we called that timeout there, it was just to refocus them. just to remind them that, hey, the most important thing is the lacrosse ball. That's what this program is all about, and we weren't valuing it. We were making plays out there, but we weren't making like back-to-back plays. We would make a play and then we would turn the ball over, we'd force it in, or we would allow a Niagara player to make a play on us. And so it was really sort of just a focus. We've been talking for the last couple of weeks in our systems to communicate. And in the first half, there was really no communication. Different teammates playing beside you a little bit. We opened up our roster a little bit early in the game, and there was just a lack of communication. So it was just trying to narrow them in to get back to the focus and just communicate. And you've seen when we had the communication, we played up on our toes defensively. When we had communication, when we wanted the ball, okay, the feeds were on. And I thought we raised our play a little bit better. And then at halftime, it was just to remind the team like that we haven't really accomplished anything yet. And that stuff. We still have a long way to go and to reach our goals and what we want to do. That the bumps in the road, but we got another 30 minutes here to get back on the track, right track, and start playing our style of lacrosse.
Coach, you mentioned you opened up the roster today. Mainly, you took out Rebecca at the end of the first half and put in Ellen. What was that plan? Just give her some work, and what was the thought process there?
Yeah, that was sort of plan going in to give Ellen some extra minutes. We've been doing our best trying to, once we get the game sort of won or lost a little bit, we get Ellen in there for some shots. They get some game action in her development. It was just sort of plan coming in today that she was going to play a half, and case we need her down the stretch and ready. And as we can see in the second half today, her hard work's really paying off in practice. Okay, her hard work, her dedication, taking extra shots makes our offense better. Makes our offense better, better shooters because she's standing in there rather than using like a target. And so she's a very valuable member to our team, and it was good to see her go in there and do well.
Yeah, Coach, winning the MAC regular season is something that has become a regular around here. You guys are going again, number 1 seed, hosting the tournament next weekend. How do you keep these girls still firing on all cylinders and not, blasé or, take a step back? How do you keep them going?
Just through practice, making it competitive, but also being smart. Listening to our athletic trainer Andy, giving them a few off days, but just sort of keep reminding them of all their hard work that they put in, all their sacrifices that they put in. And you just keep reminding them, and then it becomes contagious that they're making the wise decisions away that we need to be ready. There shouldn't be any reason why we're not fresh going into next Friday night with Dwight, but we have to make sure we're sharp. We can't come out rusty, and we can't spot whoever our opponent's going to be a lead and think that we're going to come back. We need to be ready to go, and we're going to see our opponent's best, whoever it is.
I'll kind of end the way I started with each of you three answering this, but now that you have finished your last regular season game, what's the ultimate goal, both individually and as a team, for each of you with these last few, however many games you may still have, but what would make you happiest to see when you're all said and done here in the next few weeks? Ashley, start with you.
I think the obvious answer is a MAC championship, first of all, and second of all, advancing through the NCAAs through the first round. If there is a team to do it out of my 4 years here, this would be the team to finally reach that goal and then exceed it. So, yeah.
I would definitely have to say the same thing. Definitely a MAC championship. It always feels great to win that, and definitely advancing into the NCAA just because that's something we've never accomplished before, and to complete a new accomplishment is always a great feeling. So.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, it's like a step-by-step process, so take it one game at a time, but ultimately, 5 years, you can win MAC championships, you can win regular season titles, but ultimately, we want to get past that first round in the NCAA. We want to move this program forward and keep moving in the right direction. So MAC championship is something we strive for, but our ultimate goal is moving past that first round. So that's something that I know individually I'd love to see the program move forward and know that I was part of that. And then obviously individually, I just want to make sure I just leave everything out there all I can, and hopefully we reach our ultimate goal.